We are approaching a Venus retrograde. Venus will be retrograde from March 1st until April 12th. And being that Venus is a planet associated with beauty, style, fashion, aesthetics, so on and so forth, I always get a lot of like beauty, cosmetic related questions as it pertains to the retrograde. So I'm about to answer some of them. But first, click my page to book a reading, moonruledmommy.com, and also the links to all of my other social media platforms are on there as well. Please follow me outside of this app. Now, like I said, Venus retrograde begins March 1st and it lasts until April 12th. But Venus all retrogrades have a shadow period. So the shadow begins actually very soon on January 28th, and we will feel the effects of the retrograde all the way until May 16th. So yes, the Venus retrograde is only 40 days, but again, due to the shadow and it's retracing its steps and movements and things like that, we're going to be feeling the effects for a while. Now, when it comes to beauty and cosmetic things, it's not advised to do anything major during a Venus retrograde, because when a planet is retrograde, when it comes to the themes that are associated with that planet, so for Venus, again, beauty, appearance, cosmetics, so on and so forth, when a planet is retrograde, it does not operate in its normal capability. And the things can be a little chaotic, confusing, out of whack, so on and so forth. So that's why people say, like, don't cut your hair, don't get a BBL, don't get a tattoo, don't get a piercing, don't get a nose job, or do something super dramatic or drastic, because again, you might not like it when the retrograde is over, or it might not be done properly. And again, I'm not a person to tell people to pause their life or stop certain things just because of a transit. Like, if you know that the transit is happening, of course, try to avoid that energy. But if you already got a procedure plans, if you already have a haircut scheduled or something like that, like, don't put your life on pause, but just be mindful of the energy and what's going on. Because again, if anything were to go wrong with, again, like a haircut or a procedure or a piercing or something like that, Venus retrograde would be the time that would happen. And of course, this is just a general delineation for this transit. You always have to put things into perspective with your own life and with your own birth chart, because there could be some things like this Venus retrograde might not affect anything negatively in your chart. So you could get the BBL and you might be totally fine. But depending on if the Venus retrograde affects your chart in a negative aspect, the BBL might end up being botched. Everything is situational. Everything depends on you and your own specific chart. But just generally speaking, no astrologer is going to advise you to do anything drastic or anything super dramatic to your appearance, your style, anything in general during a Venus retrograde. Yeah. And this can apply to anything Venus related, a relationship, your money, anything. But yeah, we're just focusing on beauty and cosmetics here. So yeah, follow me for more astrology content.